All right, Shalom, to brother Shamar for the Phoenix camp. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, great millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in true sincerity. I'm going to jump right into the script. This is Psalms 18 and 34. This is King David speaking. It says, He teaches my hands to war, so that a bolt of steel is broken by mine arms. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand has holding me up. Thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again. They were consumed. I have wounded them that were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. But thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued unto me those that rose up against me. So that's a example of the spiritual power of the might that the Lord can give a man of the Lord. And a perfect example of that was Samson. He gave Samson that spirit of power, man. I'm gonna get that scripture real quick. So this is just another example how the Lord can put a spirit of might upon a man. This is Judges 14, and I'll start at verse 5. They went Samson down. Samson was an Israelite man, and his father and his mother to Tamas, and came to the vineyards of Tamas, and behold, a young lion roared against them. And the spirit of the Most High came mightily upon him, and he rent as him would have rent a kid, as he had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father and mother what he had done. So basically, it says the spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, man. So that's going to happen again in these days and age. That's why reading Psalms 18:34, he teaches my hands to war. So that spirit of might, that spirit of awesome power, spiritual power, that's once again going to be put upon the men of the Lord in this day and age. With that, I'm going to get Isaiah 54:17. This is Isaiah 54:17. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness is of me, says the Most High. So this heritage, this awesome power, this unstoppable spirit that the Lord's going to give his men, where nothing can harm them, nothing can hurt them, nothing can happen to them. It's going to be put upon the elect men that the Most High is going to put spiritual powers upon. So you got to think about that, man. So you got to think about how Esau, coming down in great wrath. What's going to happen? Well, some men are going to be martyrs. Some men are going to be sacrifices. And some men are going to be cast to prison, and some men are going to have spiritual powers. The Lord's going to put a spirit of might upon those elect men. So instead, I'm going to get Joshua 23:10, an example of the fear and dread that the Most High can put upon a man. He can put the fear and dread so that everybody's scared of you, man. That no one's even going to question your authority because you're coming in the power of the Most High. So with that, I'm going to get Joshua 23:10. This is a real quick lesson here at the plantation. This is Joshua 23:10. It says, one man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your power, he is that fighteth for you, as he has promised you. Take good heed therefore unto yourself that ye love the Most High your power. Else if ye do anywise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations, even these that remain among you, I shall make marriage with them and go in unto them, and they to you. Know for certainty, the Lord your power will no more drive out any of these nations before you, but they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes. You perish from off this good land which the Lord your God has given you. So basically what this says, when we are in the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, when we are doing his will, when we are doing things pleasing unto him, and we are following the law, statute, commandment to the best of our abilities, we are an unstoppable man. And we are right now on a small scale. Because the Lord does not see fit for us to release our full spiritual power. When we go out there in the highways and hedges and we live our daily lives, brothers are watched by angels. Brothers are saved from, delivered from dangerous situations, whether it be a car accident or some other type of calamity. The Lord has a special hedge around his servants. And it says so right here. That's proof of that. And you got to believe these things, man. Because why does it say that knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of time? So you got to believe and have faith in scriptures like this. That if you continue to be pleasing unto the Lord, that you continue to endure, that no matter what happens, you'll have the advantage. And these are good scriptures to meditate upon, man. Especially for the times that we're coming in right now. With that, I'm going to get Leviticus 26 and 8. This is Leviticus 26 and 8. And it says, and 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemy shall fall before you by the sword. So think about that. Think about just that scenario in your mind. And like I said, right now, in a spiritual sense, we chase down 100, man. Because there's people that are they pretty much are aggravated. They're pretty much chased away by this word and by the power that we bring out in the breaking down of the scriptures, the pulling down of strongholds, like the brother brought out of camp. That's power that we possess right now. We pull down strongholds through the scripture, through this truth, through the power and might of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Let me get that scripture. And what are those strongholds, man? Those strongholds are these false philosophies, these false ways. So this is Corinthians 10 and 4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, because right now it's on a spiritual level, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. So it says having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled, man. So it says that we have the ability to pull down strongholds, to cast down imaginations. Let's get that casting down imagination arguments, and every high thing that exalts itself against knowledge of Yahweh or against His truth. And that's been shown. That's been given example time and time again by the apostles and elders. A great millstone. Every time there's the brothers a great millstone. Every time there's some type of subject or thought or movement that's contrary to the doctrine, it immediately gets squashed. Brothers immediately make videos and squash that whole scenario, whether it be these vocab Malones or these other bugged out camps, teaching these false doctrines about the virgin birth, or there's no Jacob's trouble, or the RFID is not the microchip, or so on and so forth, man, or John the Baptist was not in the truth. All this other madness, man, those things immediately get squashed. The rape issue, it immediately gets squashed. Those strongholds get pulled down. Those imaginations get casted down, man. And that's a spiritual battle. That's a spiritual might that we have right here in this time and age. And we're going to get more spiritual powers in every aspect in the things that are to come, because it's all going to come to us because we are willing obedient to the Lord. The Most High willing we as elect men. It's going to come to us the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So we read in the previous scriptures that it says, one man shall chase 100, and one man shall chase 1,000, and 5 men 100. And that's going to happen again, man. The Lord's going to put a spiritual, a spirit on you, a special spirit, a mighty spirit upon you. Most High willing, we're the elect men. That's gonna pretty much give us the advantage in every situation. With that, I'm gonna get Genesis 9 and 2, because He done it before and He'll do it again. He's capable of doing this. This is Genesis 9 and 2. It says, and the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, and upon all that moves upon the earth, upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand they are delivered. So everything's going to be under our subjection. That's going to be in the kingdom. Everything's going to be under subjection of the Israelite man, of the elect man. Then I'm going to get Deuteronomy 2 and 25. That's coming back, man. That's one of the things that we're hoping for, to put back on our position of power. Deuteronomy 2 and 25 is, this day will I begin to put the dread and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of thee, and shall tremble and be in anguish because of thee. So just a mere mention, or the mere thought of the elect man, is going to put anguish and stress upon these other nations. So we are going to have the advantage. We're going to have the power upon the earth. Right now, these Edomites have it. These higher elites have it. They have extreme power, man. They can wield their power and set any unrighteous decree that they wish for their benefit, for their advantage. They have the advantage right now in this day and age. And they're trying to come against us, the men that are serving the Most High. And they got all kinds of things planned to implement in Jacob's trouble. You got these microwave weapons, and these drones, these Terminators, all that's prepared against the men of the Lord. And you can go study that up yourself, man. There's all kinds of things that they're bringing out. Instead, I'm gonna get Isaiah 54 and 17. It says, "No weapon shall form against you shall prosper," man. I don't know if I got it already, but I'm gonna get it again. That's Isaiah 54 and 17. And it says, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper." So if you read the previous scripture talking about the missiles, so just specifically talking about that missile, along with all the other that weapon, along with all the many other weapons, they're not going to touch the elect man. "No weapon that form against thee shall prosper. Every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness of me, says the Most High." So that's that special power, that special covering cast, that special hedge is going to be for the servants of the Most High, for those men that are doing His will. As we read in the previous scripture, it says, if we continue to serve our power and continue to do that which is pleasing to the Most High, He will be our might. He will be our strength. And with that being said, just a real quick lesson. Most High will and hope was edifying. There's things coming these days where we have to meditate, have faith in scriptures such as these. So with that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Kal Halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.